In this video, I just want to talk a little bit about time management. Especially if you're new to college or you're adjusting to college life and how to balance kind of your work, life, and school and make it all work. Personal story, like I recently returned back to school to pursue a PhD. And I have, three young boys, and I'm managing a full-time course load at my school, and I work full-time. I'm division chair of natural sciences, so I'm running the whole science department, working on a PhD, and have children. I have my own house to run. It was a real wake up call for me to try to figure out how to manage my time and make it all work, especially with everything else that's going on with my family and trying to take care of my kids and get kids to their events and all sorts of stuff. So hopefully you get something out of this video and it helps you a little bit. But these are just some recommendations based on my personal experience with trying to return to school as an adult learner and trying to manage life, with everything that's going on. First thing that I did for myself is I realized that I had to have dedicated hours each week in order to study and to prepare and do assignments and all that type of stuff. So what I'm providing to you is this weekly planner. So in a weekly planner, what I recommend that you do is print this out and then write down your typical activities. So write down your typical work schedule. Write down everything that you would do for your family. If you have to drive your kid to soccer practice, if you have to go grocery shopping, if there's a time of the week that you do certain religious activities or family activities, write down everything that you would normally do in a typical week. And then outside of that time, try to find a minimum of 10 hours to devote to just this course. So if you're taking other classes, you're also going to have to figure that in. But for this course, a minimum, at a very minimum, 10 hours for this course. And that's going to be enough to review all of the lecture material, all the lab material, take any tests, and study for the course. Now, there's some things that you may have to give up. I know that I looked at this and there were things that I had to give up as well when I actually sat down and put this together for myself. I knew that I might have to cut out a couple hours of sleep even when the only time for me to study was available at nighttime. So when you come up with your schedule, realistically try to plan out where you're going to have 10 hours at a minimum to dedicate to just this class. And then you can start to factor in other classes and say, do I have the time needed to complete these other classes? Because that may impact the way you approach things. And like I said, you might have to give up things. You might have to make trade-offs. There may be certain things that you have to pass on until you get a break in between semesters, because if you don't figure this out now, it's going to be really difficult to find the time later to figure this out. The next thing that I do is I keep a monthly planner. So I fill in, this is the template that I put together for you. So I fill in the dates for the month, and each month I have one of these. And what I do kind of broadly is I'll put in like all the kids' doctor's appointments or all the major events that are coming up, and then I'll put the due dates for all of my assignments in there. So if I can see that I have something coming up due on this Thursday, but on Monday I have a test, Tuesday I have a birthday party, and Wednesday I have to go somewhere else, then I'll say, okay, well I have this assignment due on Thursday, then I guess I'm going to have to give up my Sunday and get the assignment done early. This helps you plan ahead in advance to make sure that you're able to get assignments done on time. So what I recommend doing with these monthly calendar templates is writing out everything that you have due for all of your classes, all of the major events that are going on, and then try to figure out when you're actually going to have to realistically complete certain assignments by, so that you get them in by their deadline. This has really helped me out and helped me get organized, and it's really important that you organize yourself so that you can be successful and manage all of your time and meet all of the expectations and commitments that you have to meet on a day-to-day basis.